on, intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. In the independent space, we get to talk about
Yay!
Rippaverse.
Yeah!
I'm so fucking excited. I have so little to look forward to in life. But let's read. So at the article, Rippaverse Saints and Sinners comic collection surpasses 100K in first day, proves power of independent storytelling. All right. You know more details about this project than I do. We have the website pulled up. We'll dig into it a lot deeper. We'll look at the article a little bit more critically. What is your perspective on this story? Like, just before we get into the actual article details.
Well, I mean, we were talking about Ironheart earlier and how they sold, like, I don't know, 2,000 fucking comics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They've already sold more with Saints and Sinners. Rippaverse has been killing it with everything, every project they drop, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's been like $1 million project.
And yeah, they are fantastic. Well, all the independent spaces. You had Shadowversity, who put out their Shadow of the Conqueror book. Got a copy of that. Thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You had
Yellow Flash dropped a book.
Yellow Flash dropped the book. You had the Critical Drinker had his movie, his short film, which I thought was really good. You know, he invited criticism on it, and I think that it was a little bit. It was too fast paced for what they were trying to do. They had a limited amount of time to work with, but then they had to cram in a lot. And I thought it was really well done for the project that they had. But I do think that movie, that story, deserved more time than it got, which is really frustrating when you have limited budget and you have everything. You can't do everything you want to. But that crowdfunding blew out his expectations on what he was asking for.
Well, yeah, I was like, they got like 10 times the amount that they were asking for.
Yeah, the movie. What was it? It was originally going to be like 20 minutes or like even 15 minutes.
Something like that.
And then it got up to like 50 minutes or like 45-minute film. So it blew up. It got huge. Planks through something in here. We probably wouldn't agree on ownership of my bike. Sorry.
Do I have to explain that one to you too?
Well, we're in a different article. I'm guessing that we probably yeah.
That's why I didn't bring it up.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Planks. That's on me. Rippaverse. Okay, so with the Rippaverse and all these independent creators winning, and then you have, I mean, the Critical Drinker is it's Will Jordan, right? That's his actual, or that's his like his pen name. I don't know which one. Critical Drinker's not on his birth certificate.
Not that I know of.
Are you sure?
But he is Scottish, so.
Oh, they do it weird over there.
Yeah.
They allow you to buy a single square foot of land to be a lord.
Be a lord.
I'm gonna be a king.
So dumb.
You guys do weird shit over there. But who am I to judge? But I mean, he's already an acclaimed author. I mean, he's already had books that he's
put a shitload of books out.
Was it
Nerdrotic's dropping an autobiography? Dave Landau's doing the same thing.
Yeah, these guys
already has.
I mean, it turns out all you need to do to be a successful independent creator is have several 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
we could do it.
Totally.
No, just kidding. But I mean, I'm pretty passionate about this topic because we've been working really hard on our own independent projects here at Third Party Studios, and I'm really looking forward to having more to show.
Well, with Rippaverse, Eric July, with the Saints and Sinners comic collection, he's bringing in, it's 5 different authors.
Yeah.
A few of them have never even written anything before.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Az from Heels vs. Babyface. He's doing a comic. Mauler is doing a comic. Drunk 3PO or Jay. He's doing one too, but he's got like a couple children's books out there as well.
Yeah, he's already got some stuff under his belt.
Yeah. You got a lot of independent guys just like, here's a story. You get 15 pages, write something.
Kick out.
Throw it out there.
It's basically, as I understand it, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds kind of more of like an anthology because these characters don't sound like they have to be connected.
Each story is different from each other.
And I'm excited to read it. I'm going to be looking at...
yeah, I want to see what these guys can do.
Honestly, I'm going to be just getting all the shit. I'm going to have a whole room dedicated to this run probably. Maybe I'm overcommitting, but I'm really excited. So Rippaverse Saints and Sinners comic collection surpasses 100K in first day. Independent storytelling wins again. So let's read into the article. The Rippaverse continues in its upward momentum, and this time it's breaking ground with something brand new. Its first ever anthology, Saints and Sinners. In just 26 hours, the compilation comic surged past the $100,000 revenue mark, showing that there's a massive appetite for bold, independent storytelling beyond the traditional comic book gatekeepers. Guys, this is what we've been saying. Independent creators can win. They can put out amazing work and succeed on the merits, Just if you have a story that you haven't told yet, just do something. Throw it out there put a YouTube channel up for free, throw it out there into the ether and see what comes. Work on it, make it better, do whatever you need to, but keep telling your stories, keep making good stuff so that we don't have to be entertained or pretend to be entertained by big products, big production.
Don't have to rely on the big corpos that don't care about the product they put out.
Exactly. And as these studios, as these franchises die out, there is room for people to rise up and become the new leaders. Rippaverse is the one I hope takes the place for DC or Marvel, or at least rises above.
Marvel and DC aren't selling shit these days when it comes to comics.
I would still love to see like a side-by-side comparison of Rippaverse versus Image, and then see how they're climbing. Because I think that would be an interesting comparison.
Some analytics.
Yeah, some analytics. As of this writing, Saints and Sinners has racked up over 144,000 in sales with over 4,000 books sold, a staggering figure for a creator-owned title that doesn't rely on the advertising machine of Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers. The success is a major win for indie comic book scene and a testament to the Rippaverse's passionate fan base. The reason the fan base is passionate is because from day one, we knew their mission statement was going to be focused on good storytelling. It was going to be a single timeline. They weren't going to get into the multiverse, into the alternate timeline bullshit. And every character's life, every character's death, every character's struggle was going to matter. And it was going to build into something like greater.
Yeah, and it wasn't going to be like a Daily Wire thing where like they're going to do their own thing, but they're also going to inject their message into it instead.
Right.
Rippaverse is just about telling good stories. They don't care about we're not going to give you the conservative side of things.
Exactly. And I mean, these are the studios that need to win. I'm sorry. The independent creators get to choose their champions. And for a while, it was Daily Wire because they were promising us that they were going to be freedom of speech absolutists. They were going to go forth and march onto into the entertainment sphere and bring back good storytelling. And then, yeah, we got a couple of examples, like
in the early days.
In the early days, you had
Terror on the Prairie,
Run, Hide, Fight.
Yep.
And I mean, both people who watched both of those films told me that they really enjoyed them and actually thought the studio did a great job. So I mean, Hollywood can be defeated. You just have to know what your product is, and you just have to care about the product itself. If you care about the budget, the dollar amount, if you're focusing too much on the things that don't matter, your story's going to suffer. So like if we spend 8 years on like one of our projects, I mean, yeah, that's because I want the project to be good. I'm not
passionate about it.
Yeah, we're not interested in putting a single product up on a shelf that we don't even have any passion behind.
The quantity over quality thing.
Yep, exactly. So when described as a collection of 6 unforgettable tales that explore the gray areas of morality, I first off love that. That's always been like a great space to tell a good story. In morality, delves into stories of vengeance, obsession, redemption, and sex. No, supernatural, sorry.
Sexual natural.
This is not the safe, sanitized storytelling you find in the mainstream. This is a universe teeming with mystery, divine forces, and characters who operate far from the conventional superhero mold, which is, again, that's really all we're asking for is just good stories. I would be curious what, like, Rippaverse is obviously like a superhero universe. That's the category it falls into. But I would be curious if Rippa would expand outward into other genres beyond the superhero.
I'd say it's going like kind of like a DC route, I would say, with like Swamp Thing, and they got supernatural shit like that. Like Mahler's working on one that I think is more like an Indiana Jones kind of supernatural take on it.
That's an interesting idea. So like artifact hunting or I think archaeology, artifact hunting. I'd be curious. I think this article will talk a bit more about the specifics. All right. So the anthology introduces a mix of familiar faces and brand new characters, expanding the Rippaverse like never before. A creative roster is stacked with talent from across the media landscape. So the weight of restraint by Eric July, Rippaverse founder and creator of Isom, and Elias Martins. I can't tell. So, okay. So a screenshot from the trailer for the Saints and Sinners. So it's
that's what the story is. It's like a trailer, and then it's be like,
that's kind
brought to you by so-and-so.
That's kind of where my mind went, but I wasn't kind of led there through what I was reading. So I was trying to make sense of it exactly. So Chasing Ghosts by Heel vs. Babyface and Diogenes Neves. Do you know that creator? I don't recognize that name.
No, they work for the Rippaverse and like would be I would think Heel versus Babyface is like editor, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Getting the story to make sense and whatnot.
Guys, and if I don't recognize a name, it's just because I am still getting caught up on everything with the Saints and Sinners project.
It's hard to know everyone.
It is, yeah. But I do think you guys do amazing work that's important. So, Across to Bear by Jay David and Chris Bolson. Then
Jay David's Drunk 3PO.
Oh, okay. And then you have Bone God by Caleb Edmonds, a.k.a. Mauler, and Will Conrad. So that's Mauler and the Drinker. Wait, no. No, I'm sorry. I had that wrong. I know Conrad, though. He's been on the Friday Night Tights before. Am I got him wrong?
I don't know. I don't know everyone, man.
Underdog by Jen and Sylvia Suska and Cliff Richards. And then
Suska sisters have done several things for Rippaverse.
Are they like the green
I think they
Guardians or
no.
Can't remember.
What's that? What's the female hero in
Uriah?
Yaira.
Yaira. Yeah.
Yaira. They did the first one there.
Oh, damn. That was good work. One Little Push by Will Jordan, The Critical Drinker, and Carlos Reno. So I'm excited to see all of these projects come to light. And we're going to have to wait a little while because they don't come out for a couple months yet. And then it's going to be fulfillment and stuff. So it's going to be probably...
I think they're going to jump the pre-order. Like, if it gets to a certain point, they're just going to start sending them out.
Which is smart.
Before the deadline.
I think they did something similar with... They did something similar with ISOM #1, their first launch product. They made sure to get everything out pretty efficiently and started sending it out. One thing about ISOM #1 was I was late to the party on getting some of those orders in, so I wanted issue art. I wanted the art issue C art, but I
sold out.
It was sold out. I was late to the party, and realistically, I probably will get one of the graded like collector case ones.
Yeah, when Rippaverse was first announced and they were doing ISOM, that was such a cool like rollout and how much support he got right off the bat.
That campaign was...
It was fucking insane.
Well, this is the thing. The sphere of people who get consistently attacked by major studios by calling them sexist, racist, they just hate trolls online. These are people who absolutely have a heartthrob for good storytelling. That's all they care about. You have emboldened and impassioned warriors who just love good storytelling to attack you as their day job. They hate what you keep putting out so much that they were called to create their own work. I think that a lot of these people would have probably stood down and not put themselves forward to create more work if they were just being entertained in the media spaces that they loved.
Well, yeah, that's how Rippaverse was created. Eric got sick of Marvel and DC and fuck it, I'll do it myself. He Thanos'd it. I'll do it myself.
Just snap that finger. Just snapping the shit out of it. Together, this lineup offers a wide-ranging set of stories that blend dynamic visuals with philosophical themes, delivering a true celebration of what makes the Rippaverse so distinct. And we have a quote from Eric July. It's about exploring the space between good and evil when describing... We want readers to think, to question, to engage. You want thought-provoking content. That's the idea.
Yeah, I mean, you always want the black and white, the good and bad. I mean, there's some good stories in there and whatnot, but the in-between is always good.
Yeah, I think like Game of Thrones explores that in every conversation they have, because every character is taking on more than they probably would be if they were just normal people, but instead they have to, like, do they leave their family? Do they run from home? Do they kill their dad on the toilet? I mean, like, all of these things are a little gray area.
I ask myself the same question every morning.
Do I just shoot my dad on the toilet with a crossbow?
Crossbow from the 1500s. Like, sorry, I have to.
Come on, the memes. Shoot. Whether you're a longtime supporter or curious newcomer, Saints and Sinners looks to be a pivotal entry point into the ever-growing Rippaverse mythos. And I agree. I think that this will be a really good place for a lot of people to come in, see a lot of small, short stories that you can get that you can find your favorite character in. Because Rippaverse, it was at launch, you either like ISOM or you don't like ISOM. And I think most people who gave it a shot found a lot of things to like about ISOM's character. And
it's been slow. The roster, the Rogues Gallery, has been expanding ever since.
Yeah, and we got the actual website up here, so I want to show this off real quick so we can go through the collection options real quick. We got the pre-order selection. We got 62 days to go, so we got 2 months to go. Fulfillment.
What was it, over 100 grand already?
Let's check it.
And you still got 2 months?
We got 143,000 in total sales with 4,000 books sold, 4,033. So yeah, it's going to be 4,034 in a little while here after we wrap up the stream. Because this is, honestly, these are all artists that I genuinely like. And I really want to show the support for even if I got the book just to sit on my shelf, which is not going to be the case. I'm going to crack that thing open day one and just get through the entire thing. But even if that wasn't the case, I just wanted to show support. There's nothing wrong with that. You can support the people you think are working towards your shared goals. But then I've got to refresh this because that looks ugly. All right, so we got the collection. Oh, it actually jumped a lot.
It jumped up 500 books sold.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Since we started the live stream, because I just loaded it before it's been an hour and a half. So, wow. I don't know what goes on Saturdays over there, but they got
2 more months.
Yeah. So 160. So they're at 161, almost 162,000 now, with 4,500 books sold. And again, you're welcome. This is where we mentioned it right away at the beginning of the stream. No, a lot of different collections on here to take advantage of. Whether you're looking for just a variety of the books to take advantage of, or you're looking for merch to grab onto, the collection trading cards to take advantage of. I mean, they have a lot of good-looking stuff in their campaigns.
These big, collector kits, they go by quick, too.
Yeah, and they really do, especially when you're looking at, so the Saints and Sinners. Let me pull this up real quick, because you got the variety of arts and you got the variety of posters to pull from. So you have the different cover art, and each one of the cover arts is going to have its own limitations on how many you can get, because for people who aren't new or who are new to comic books, they are collector's items. They are not a thing you just have an infinite amount of forever.
It's not an infinite inventory.
Yeah. But I think the best you can maybe hope for is in the future you get some sort of reprint or mass production of it. If you're just looking for the story, you probably will always have access to the story. But these runs of cover art are going to be limited edition and going to be exclusive. I think the art number D, or the art D, is the one I think I like the most.
You like the D the most?
I like D the most.
Yeah, damn right you do.
So I'd be curious. I think it's Cross to Bear. So that one looks pretty cool. I might pull the trigger on that one. But then you got some of the other packages there. You have the shirt design. You have all the posters. You have trading cards for the trading card game. You have all the different. You have a certain deck for it. You have posters to take advantage of. Dude, there's a lot of cool stuff on here. Make sure to get in there, guys. Show some support. Independent creators need support. If we just let them make the product, but then we don't support them, all of that effort goes to waste. It's demoralizing. We want to make sure that we are winning this war.
Yeah, you'll just be stuck with Disney products if you don't. You got to vote with your wallet.
Vote with your wallet. Exactly. So if you guys were thinking about going to the theaters this weekend and putting $50 into a Disney movie, instead, put your order forward for some Rippaverse merch, or some Rippaverse products, and get excited about that, and you'll actually have a much better time reading through those comic stories. Get a bunch of stories rather than one shit one.
Speaking of Disney, so you got the commercials watching Disney shows or whatever?
Yeah.
And they've been advertising the Thunderbolts. They're like, #1 movie in the nation for the past 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, because nothing else is in theaters.
Yeah. Well, that's frustrating because, right, we had a lot.
We liked it.
But
it's not doing well.
No, which is, yeah, it's frustrating. It's like
it's also not #1. That movie, I think it's called Sinners, actually.
Yeah,
is that vampire movie?
Is that Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, that's been doing gangbusters.
Yeah, insane. They have some guys. They have some milestones here that they want to look at. So with 5,000 books sold, so I think we were at 4,000 and change right now. 4,500, I think, is what I just mentioned. At 4,500 books, at 5,000 books sold, we are adding a brand new hardcover edition to the collection. This edition will showcase the stories written by Eric July and Soka Sisters. So. Yeah, we definitely want to at least get to that with 2 months left to go, and every one of these people
just jumped 500 in an hour, an hour and a half.
Exactly, and every one of these creators is going to individually be invested in making it successful. So we're going to see guys. You're going to see a lot of news around this one if you're paying attention to this sphere. So keep your eyes open and help them reach those milestones. $250,000 sold. We will see a concept art book added. Which those are pretty cool. That's not something I get super hard over, but I'm glad to see they have more variety of content in there. For $350,000, we are going to have more cover reveals. At this milestone, we are revealing the covers for 3 upcoming Rippaverse titles: Norifica, Glorious Death, The Black Eye Club, and The Cursed. those sounds kind of badass, actually. Those, just the titles alone sound kind of good.
Africa.
At 500,000, the new title announcement. At this milestone, we're revealing the next major Rippaverse project, a brand new title, a brand new story. Be the first to hear what's coming next. So we got a ways to go, guys, but we can get there. We just got to work on it together. Keep your head up and keep moving forward with good storytelling. We got a ways to go, but we're on the right track. And this is really optimistic. Just showing that I hit refresh and it jumped so many. So let's go back to the article and we will close things out by saying, what do we got here? All right. So from that Park Place and Marvin Montanaro showing love and writing a great article. Rippaverse Saints and Sinners comic collection surpasses 100K in first day, proves power of independent storytelling. Independent storytellers win.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits. Don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.